morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video message number 29.
Pair of panties.
I would never do something like that. First of all, I have a girlfriend who I love very much.
Her name is?
Michelle.
Michelle. What she look like?
She's super tall.
I woke up yesterday morning with a spring in my step.
Start later, please.
I could never know what the day was.
Fast forward ahead.
How?
Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are number one. We just grabbed every key demographic. Super duper, gang. Yeah. Super duper. That's nice. Way to go. Neato, gang. Yes. Boy, that is good news.
It is the 14th day of January, 2025. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the end of football season. And Tuesday morning on the Power Trip Morning Show. My name is Chris Hockey. The plane landed at 3:50 a.m. And here I am because I'm so excited to talk to you about football. In the beginning of, well, the offseason. Lots to talk about today on the show. We got Marty Gellner coming in. Johnny Bones is back. He'll be in a couple of minutes. I talked to Jonathan Grenard. I should say Ben Lieber talked to Jonathan Grenard. We talked to Jonathan Grenard last night. We'll play you that interview. And also play you Harrison Smith's probably final interview as a Minnesota Viking player. So lots to get to on today's show, plus our reaction and our prospects for next season. Here's Jermaine Fowler with some comedy. You know what? It's our job. Try to make you feel better about what happened last night. We'll do our best. Jermaine Fowler, some comedy on the Power Trip Morning Show on a Tuesday morning. Now, you come on in, no matter what happened. I am glad you are here.
I went on a date for my birthday. The date was terrible because the girl I was with, she had these rules for me, right? That's what happened to me. I was walking this girl back home, and she grabbed my hand and then pulled me over to the outside of the sidewalk. And I was like, why'd you pull me over here? She goes, Jermaine, a real man's supposed to walk on the outside of the sidewalk just in case a car comes and hops the curb. It's going to hit you first. I'm 140 pounds. I'm not stopping metal. You know what I mean? Can't flip a car. Too skinny. And then she got mad at me. She's like, no, Jermaine, you got to protect me. Protect me. I'm like, why are people trying to kill you in the first place? Who's after you? And I can't explain that to the cops at all, you know? It's like, what's that, officer? Oh, yeah, the car hopped the curb and hit her. Yeah. How I survived? Oh, I had on Nike. She had on high heels. So, can't dodge cars in your pumps.
I love watching Tarzan movies.
The finish line is waiting.
Yeah, she's an actress.
Readers on your side. You hear the distant thunder. There's lightning in your stride.
Tuesday, January 14th, 2025. The offseason starts for the Minnesota Vikings. They lose 27-9 to the Los Angeles Rams. Yuck. 9 sacks of Sam Darnold. A couple of those definitely on the offensive line. A couple of those definitely on Sammy D. Whoops. Hi, guys. Good morning.
Hi.
Whoops.
Hey, Hogs.
Whoops. Yikes. That was no fun. No fun. It would have been fun if the Cashman touchdown counted. Right, then it's game on.
Yeah.
After that got flipped, what went our way the rest of the way? Just nothing. Didn't have it. 2 weeks in a row. Awesome season. Sam Darnold played like a beast all season long. And then when it mattered most, he disappeared. The line disappeared. The defense disappeared. I have no idea what the hell just happened in the last 2 games. What was it, 21 straight drives without a touchdown?
Yep.
Longest in KOC's tenure with the Vikings. And the Rams are moving on.
The Carolina Panther, Sam Darnold, showed up in the biggest 2 games of his career. The interior of the offensive line was atrocious. It just, it was a classic Minnesota Vikings primetime embarrassment.
Rosie, in the hockey world,
Yeah.
after the playoffs, like a team gets eliminated, you find out like all these injuries that they played through. Were they hurt? Did something? What happened?
When the day is long.
Yeah, everybody hurts.
Right, yeah.
Emotionally, they were probably hurt.
Yeah. It's 2 completely different football teams. The first 17 weeks in the last two.
Hurt myself.
Yes, correct.
Today.
Hard not to hurt yourself
I mean-
after that. I think Sam Darnold wants to hurt himself. He cost himself a lot of money the last 2 weeks.
Lots.
Yeah.
And really let Kwesi off the hook.
Oh,
Right.
Sam fell.
There's his contract falling.
Think of the offseason Kwesi was going to have. If the public was like, we want Sam Darnold, you can't let him walk. And he's like, oh, man, the plan's to go to JJ, but everybody loves Sam. This gives him the easiest out ever.
Yeah.
Now, if 2 weeks ago they had come out and said, hey, so whatever happens the rest of the way, we absolutely love Sam, but we're letting him walk, a whole bunch of people would have been pissed. Now, 2 weeks later, it's like, yeah, that makes sense. Let's just go to JJ.
2 weeks, 8 days. Not like
2 weeks and 8 days?
No, sorry, not 2 weeks. 8 days. He man,
Thanks, George Harrison, Paul McCartney, and John Lennon.
he was so bad. But the offensive line didn't help him. I know, like, he was missing wide open wide receivers in the Detroit game, and he hangs onto the ball a little too long.
He still, I think,
little too
is.
long.
But
He
way
actually
too
still
long.
is.
But
Believe
the
it or not.
interior of the offensive line was brutal last night. Brutal.
There's so many things I didn't understand about last night. One of them, why did we just quit? And I mean as a team. And I don't
Yeah.
Why in the
No
second
fight.
half did we just say, let's not get another playoff before the end of the third quarter?
That was
Because
ridiculous.
those 20 seconds are worthless? How about those matter?
Right.
Then we start the fourth quarter and we're just handing it off on first down, handing it off on second down. I'm like, oh, I guess we just don't want to get our players hurt and we don't want to have Sam's reputation go in the Esser even more.
Right.
I didn't understand that at all. We waved the white flag at the end of the third quarter.
Two
I don't
of the
understand
best
it.
receivers in the National Football League, and how many times did we just give them a shot? I mean, I know that their defense is great and everything, but just throw it up in the air.
Their secondary isn't that good.
Well, he wouldn't have
by the way,
known.
that's not true at all.
Oh, really?
Nah, not at all. But yeah, I'm not sure how many times he checked out of pass plays or just flat didn't throw the ball or what the hell was going on. But my goodness,
It's the ghost factor, right? He's seeing ghosts.
Yep.
This, oh man, it sucks. This is the exact Sam Darnold we were all afraid we were signing. And then for 3 or 4 months, we didn't see this. We saw a guy consistently putting 100 or more for a passer rating up. Right? He's a Pro Bowler. He was a top, 8 days ago, he was in the top, 6 for MVP odds, even though he had no chance of winning it. But still, just to be in that group that, like, man, after those top 2 or 3, he's in that next group of guys that have had unbelievable years. And then, like you said, the Jets and the Panthers, Darnold came out of nowhere.
Yep. It was the Darnold that Charch ripped the second they signed him. He was like, why would you sign this guy? It was just hideous. Hideous.
But KOC is going to win Coach of the Year.
3 hideouses.
KOC is going to win Coach of the Year. I would argue mostly because he resurrected Sam and turned Sam into a guy that can win 14 games. So we can't say that signing Sam was wrong, right? Or that if for the Chargers of the world that said, this is a disaster. This is what the Vikings deserve. That dude played awesome all year long. It just sucks. The 2 games that were essentially playoff games were his 2 worst games of the year. You could even say these 2 were worse than Jacksonville. Maybe not statistically, but just how lost he was, these 2. Because the Jacksonville game, he just kept forcing it to JJ and it kept getting picked off.
Yeah. And they won.
But didn't he actually kind of march up and down the field, but then just kept turning it over when it mattered?
Yeah.
Like these last 2, it just looked like he was scared. It looked like he was confused, wouldn't pull the trigger. Balls. How about the one right across the middle? I think it was to Naylor.
Yeah.
Like 5 feet behind him.
Even the TJ Hawkinson touchdown was a bad throw.
Man.
Which, by the way, he gets his first touchdown in the playoffs, his first one all season, and it's the only touchdown they get all game.
And then they run a 2-point conversion play where the route is not even in the end zone.
Yeah.
I mean, so many
Short
question
of the
marks.
sticks on a 2-point conversion.
The best wide receiver in the league.
Head scratcher.
I mean, it was a team effort. I don't know if there's anybody you could single out last night. That was everybody had a hand in it.
I love this team, man. I do. I love this team. But geez Louise, did they have just looked like they had so much more talent than we did last night, especially their defensive line. Just, my God, did they run over us?
Firepower, right? Those guys, those
clobbered us.
man, they just trucked everybody. Their blitzes worked. Their regular rushes worked. Obviously, once we had injuries to guys like O'Neal, the floodgates opened to even more. But
I mean, before that,
even before that, didn't matter.
Yeah.
9 sacks.
They were getting past everybody.
And they're so young too. That defensive line. They're going to be They're going to be terrorizing the NFC for a while.
Yeah. I couldn't get over Darnold taking sacks at the worst possible times, man.
That fourth down.
Yeah, the third downs. That it just times. The fourth. Yeah, you're right. When you're gonna lose possession of the, throw it away. So at least they don't have it on your side of the field. I just couldn't get over. I don't understand. And I don't think Coach can understand it either. Here's KOC after the game on Darnold not getting rid of the ball.
Completions have negative effects on defenses. They just do. And those moments where you're holding that ball and your reaction is to try to make a play, we can't talk out of both sides of our mouth because he sure as heck made a lot of plays doing that this year. But I think that's part of the growth. Remember, this guy's 27 years old or whatever he is, and I think he has a foundation now of both the things you do at the quarterback position to have success and the things that sometimes you have to learn the hard way.
Oh, we sure did last night. Oof.
Does anybody in this room, there's 5 of us, does anybody here think he's going to be back next year now?
No, not a chance.
No, not a chance.
I don't think so either.
No, not a chance.
Even if behind the scenes, a month or two ago, Kwesi and KOC, even if they knew in their heads and their hearts, well, this is going to put us in a weird spot because Sam's killing it, but we're clearly still going to JJ next year, right? Even if there was any doubt starting to leak in, I think this is the final nail.
Yeah. 100%.
The thing that sucks, though, for Sam financially is I wonder what his market's going to be. And if you tag him...
Oh, how good would that be?
Does that still exist?
I don't know.
Somewhere.
I hope it does for Sam's sake.
Let's look up Boston market.
Good. The mac and cheese.
I was just about to say the mac and cheese, dog.
Oh, yeah.
There's
3 left where?
I think in the Boston area.
Oh.
Are you sure those aren't just regular markets?
I think it's God.
Financial
You think it's
problems
God?
of 2023.
There's 30
I'm
left.
with you now that you say it, Zach. I think it is God. I think he makes that mac and cheese. This is God's recipe.
Man, Boston Market was
He gave
great.
it to Boston Market.
He did.
I mean, nothing against God.
Not
but,
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
You think the all-powerful would... I mean, it's good mac and cheese, but...
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean,
So you're
listen.
saying you can cook better than God?
I couldn't do it, but I'm not claiming that I'm God.
Oh, now you're saying he's claiming he's God.
Wow.
Claim.
Wow.
We're not going to sit around and listen to this blasphemy. Can we talk football here?
Could you
guys
please
are
stop
just-
with the Boston Market?
Yeah, the Boston. All right, let's get the other elephant in the room out on the table. Does
Sauce?
anybody here? Hop up here, buddy.
Jeez.
I'm sorry.
Christ.
I'm sorry. I'm upset and I haven't had any sleep yet.
Take your Vikings fandom out of it. How many of us believe the Matt Stafford incomplete pass was an incomplete versus a fumble?
I mean, come on. Come on. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. It's a fumble.
Of course it's a fumble.
And it changes everything.
Every damned thing.
That ties the game up, and the Vikings had very little life before that. That pumped the whole team up. You could just feel like, all right, we've played like ass, but we got back in this game, and this game is tied. Let's go. You could feel it, right? Like that was what we needed to maybe pull our head out of our ass. And when that thing got overturned, it was, nope, head still in our ass.
Yeah.
We're going nowhere.
I just can't believe it. And by the way, Grenard, we have an interview with him that we got in the locker room.
Mm-hmm. The man who caused that fumble,
The man, the
technically.
myth, the legend.
Yeah.
And he says, I probably shouldn't say this, probably going to get fined. But damn.
Yeah.
Where's that? Here it is. Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I'm not just saying this because he's on the show. When half the team had quit midway through, he did not. Mm-hmm. He was chasing down people. He did not quit. The rest of the team kind of didn't want to get hurt because you can't go to, Cabo with a broken leg. But.
Right. When I said earlier everybody had a hand in it, I almost said that Grenard was probably the lone exception. He was, from the very get-go, he played all 60.
And how did Dallas Turner play?
Here's Jonathan Grenard about the fumble.
How did you see it from your perspective? And I mean, how do you process that call?
Nah, and I'm talking about probably get fined. I don't care. It's just the fact that 2 weeks in a row that we've been killed on us on the play just like that. We had the one in the end zone in Detroit. They didn't give it to us. They said that if a guy is tackling him, then he can do that. But then Sam does it. In Detroit, they call a penalty. We get it here. They really does the same thing. So all I ask was just consistency. That's all it is. I don't want to ridicule anybody or bash anyone, but consistency is going to make us better. It's going to understand what you're looking for, understand how we want to play it better, and play faster. So when those things happen, man, it was definitely it hurt. Obviously it swung the momentum. But at the end of the day, we still have to go out there and make more plays, and I think that's just the motto that we have on ourselves. So we can't really just let that dictate the game. So it's a learning lesson for us. Obviously we face adversities, but facing adversity in a playoff game like that, man, we just got to keep our head down and keep going.
Yeah, I mean, he's right. There's no way to know how the games would play out. But last week against Detroit, if that is called a safety, because they got him in the end zone, and then even the ball hit the offensive lineman in the back, so there was nobody in the... So anyway, that should have been 2 points, and they should have had to kick it on a short field to the Vikings. Maybe that changes the whole game. We'll never know because we didn't get that call. Look, if you watch that replay last night, Matt Stafford goes Henry Rowan-Gardner from Rookie of the Year on it, right?
Yes.
He opens his hand to let it float.
Yeah.
But there's no forward.
No.
He didn't flick his wrist.
Throw.
He just opens his hand, clearly intentionally, right? So it is. I think what Matt Stafford is thinking in his head is, well, yeah, I did let the ball go on purpose and it went forward. Yeah, but that's just opening your hand.
Right.
Yeah, he dropped the ball.
You dropped the ball.
Yeah, he dropped the ball.
It's not even close.
It's a fumble 10 times out of 10.
I can't get over it. I can't get over that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't
intentional grounding.
Yeah,
it's got to be intentional grounding.
Well,
there's got to be a minimum amount of. You can't just throw it at your feet.
Right out of the gate. Right. Look at Bonus. He's coming.
Bones.
Hi, kids.
It's good to see you.
It's good to be back. I think it's either a fumble or an incompletion because Puka was there. So, if you're going to say that his hand was going forward, then Puka is within about 3 or 4 or 5 feet.
You can't get credit for an attempted pass just because you have a running back blocking every time. You can't just throw it at your feet and call it an incomplete pass.
You can't do that.
There has to be there has to be something, I think, of a deficiency in the rulebook. There has to be something it has to go a minimum amount of distance. It has to go 4 yards or 5 yards.
Do you remember when they had the ball a fourth and an inch on the 5 or 6 yard line and our guy jumped off sides?
Yeah.
Could anybody see that Puka jumped off sides? Did they point that out on TV at all?
No, but Twitter has.
Absolutely did.
But he flinched. Yeah, Puka flinched and then Bullard jumped.
There were multiple times where the right tackle was a legit 1 second ahead of the play, and they just let that go, too.
I do think that the fact that that Bullard jumped and nobody on the line jumped probably threw off the officials because Puka was right behind the line, and he did that kind of stutter step. He flinched, and then that's when Bullard jumped.
But he's allowed to move, right? So he's in motion.
Forward. He flinched forward.
You can't flinch forward.
He took a really
I
false step forward.
And you, sir, are wrong.
And the salt in the wound.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
After that famous no face mask call earlier in the season, they don't throw the flag. Matthew Stafford, there's no flags on the field. Stafford argues to the official, and they give us
They didn't. I know.
Yeah.
They didn't throw a flag.
That was crazy.
That's illegal.
Seen that before?
That can't happen.
No, that cannot happen.
You can't look at which the referee looked at the replay on the scoreboard.
You can't do that.
You can't do that.
And then called a penalty. That's not right.
No. He was losing his mind on the broadcast, rightfully so.
I don't understand. I mean, that's just the worst.
They need to start over, man.
Officiating
start over.
Was terrible, and mostly against us.
Yeah. But, I mean, you see it all over the league. I mean, it feels like every game there's some ridiculous call. Every year. I mean, it never changes. And you're a wrestling guy, Max. I mean, this is WWE-style stuff here. It feels like that, yeah.
All right, Bonus is back. He's already mad about intentional grounding. We'll talk about Hawaii. We'll talk about Australia. But also we'll talk about the Vikings being eliminated from the 2024/2025 postseason. The Rams beat them 27-9. More of the Power Trip after this on The Fan.
The Fan.
Yes, I know. They did it to you again. Didn't they? it to you again. They got your hopes all up there, way up there. You're drinking Sunny D.
And rum.
Hey.
And then you found out somebody peed in your Sunny D.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Did you just find out now?
Yeah.
You kind of like it. Well, joke's on you. Stop it.
Yeah, stop it.
Sauce, 9
Look at
hours
him still
ago.
drinking it.
Is that sauce?
9 hours ago, you tweeted, "This team has been an embarrassment for my entire life."
I mean, that is true. They have. I stand by that. Play your song. Well, wait,
They've been an embarrassment your entire life?
They weren't an embarrassment when Randy Moss was a rookie.
I mean, they lost as double-digit favorites at home.
But were they embarrassing?
Maybe embarrassing was the wrong word, but maybe they've been a disappointment, heartbreaker.
10 hours ago, you tweeted, "The defense should practice more corny celebrations."
Come on.
Oh. Corny? A week ago, they were awesome.
I mean, yeah, I stand by that.
You're becoming a grumpy old man pretty quickly here.
Yeah, you bigamy old country old man.
What did you call me?
I stand by that.
I don't know what you said.
Yeah, you and your bigotry.
Did you call me the C word?
I called you the G word. It's even more.
10 hours ago, you tweeted, "The Vikings will always collapse when it matters. What else is on?"
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
Darn, this is good coffee.
Name
Thanks,
one time
Bones.
they didn't collapse when it mattered. Oh, wait, you can't.
Huck, I just told those guys, I wasn't sure what coffee I was getting you, but I knew it was going to be a large.
Oh, thanks, dude. Oh, this is saving me life.
Sauce, 9 hours ago, you tweeted a GIF of Woody from Toy Story, and the caption reads, "Woody with Andy in the room would be better than Sam."
That's actually really funny.
I wish I'd read that tweet. I'd have smiled once.
Thank you.
9 hours ago, you tweeted, "This is over. They've collapsed in their two biggest games of the season. Total system failure."
I stand by that.
They only lost to 2 teams.
They sure did.
Yeah.
How many times does that happen where you lose to 2 teams consecutively and you do it again a few months later, and that's the only 2 teams you lost to?
That's never happened before.
There's no way that's
I bet it's
happened
ever
before.
happened. I bet it's never happened.
This season, bro. My goodness.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, man.
Sauce, you hate the Saints, correct?
Yeah.
Hate the Packers? Unless your wife's around?
Yeah, unless my wife's around, yeah.
How do you like the Eagles or not?
No.
Hate the Eagles, too? 9 hours ago, you tweeted, "I hope the Eagles beat the Rams 10,000-0.
Yeah, I stand by that. Stand by
Man,
that.
I hope the Rams beat the Eagles.
I mean,
I do not. Yeah, I agree with that.
I do not like the Eagles. How about
Yeah.
that guy calling that lady the C word over
how
and over
about
again?
that? Yeah, they found him, by the way.
Yeah, no, he got fired?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good. He should
Yeah,
get
good.
fired from the planet.
Yeah, he sucks.
Like, literally, I know. I mean, that guy's bigger than me. How do you not throw fists with that guy?
100%.
I would have got kicked out. Yeah, I'd have thrown hands. Beaten up by the entire Eagles nation.
That's the problem, though, right? I mean, that's why you don't throw fists.
I understand.
You're in the middle of that, literally the worst place in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
But sometimes you just got to.
You got to stand up for your gal, man.
Sometimes you just got to.
Hawk's right.
Yeah.
Hawk would have stood up being carried off and said, "I didn't hear no bell." Hawk would have been beat up by 10 of them. He wouldn't have cared. Yeah.
Hey, Sauce.
I'd dialed 911 for myself.
8 hours
Before
ago.
you threw the first punch.
8 hours ago, you tweeted.
I'm about to get in a fight.
Y'all might want to come down here.
8 hours ago, you tweeted, "Here's cute pictures of my son," instead of the S on ESPN, and then proceeded to just post one picture of
I
Louis.
posted another.
But it's, I mean, in that post, it's just one.
Oh, I'm sorry, Internet Police.
13-win season and one and done in the playoffs. 14-win season and one and done in the playoffs. That was 8 hours ago.
That's not good, but that is the truth.
That is true.
You should become a sex worker.
KFC's getting off easy for less.
KFC is Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Now I want to see Hawk fight Eagles fans.
Now I want to see you as a sex worker.
Yeah, but they're old people now. They like Hotel California and stuff.
Brilliant.
7 hours ago, you tweeted, "Good thing they traded up for Dallas Turner. What a flat-out bust."
I mean, he had, one tackle He barely played. Patrick Jones was out with a knee injury. You needed him to play. He barely played. I don't know if that's not a good sign. He should play more. When you watch Jared Verse on the other side, who was like 3 picks later, dominate. Man, the truth hurts. I know.
8 hours ago, you tweeted, "Leave me alone. I'm watching Elsbeth on CBS."
Great show. Yeah, it is, Hawk. You were right.
Thank you for finally watching.
He was right. It was great.
Multiple people ask me who watches Elsbeth.
It's real
Hawk
good.
does.
It's real good.
It's about a lady detective.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns Hawk on.
Yeah, man, I want to have her babies.
Wait, what?
I don't know. Will you stay the whole time,
Sauce, last one. 7 hours ago, you tweeted, "Embarrassing. The season is a total disaster. The last 2 games were all-time failures. Everyone is to blame."
Am I wrong?
Everyone.
Not even like people like.
Damn.
Yeah.
Come on, Louie.
Even like the guy holding the tablet on the sideline.
So last night,
Gatorade gal?
we watched the first half downstairs.
Damn it, Tatum. You let us down.
We get upstairs. I'm holding Louie, and he just throws up. Because he
saw your face.
Yeah, he saw my face. He heard me heavily breathing going up a half a flight of stairs. And he saw how big my head was, and he threw up. He's yet to see a Vikings victory. I know he's only 14 days
Things
old.
were going pretty good until he came here.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's all right. Don't worry about it, Louie.
But it doesn't matter because all day we're going to hear about who the Cowboys are going to hire. I'm pissed. That sucked.
They'll hire Dion.
You're a big Mike McCarthy fan?
100% they'll hire Dion. No, he's probably, it doesn't matter. All I'm saying is, I'm mad. I love the Vikings. They fail me every time, but I will be pumped in about 3 months when the draft is happening and they have a ton of cash to spend in free agency. It's going to be a great offseason. The ending to that sucked. But that doesn't mean that it's the last season the Vikings will ever play. This is going to be a great offseason. I was mad. I vented. But we move forward. We have the 24th overall pick. Not bad. That guy's trying to start his car.
Cold out.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention?
What?
KFAN's Paul Lambert reporting the Vikings plan to play football in 2025.
Yeah, we were worried about that.
There's some dialect about that.
You mean dialogue.
Damn it.
Front Page Sports is next after this on The Fan.
The Power Hour. It's live at 8 a.m. KFAN.com/watch is where you can find it. It's all thanks to Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed.
All right, Johnny Bones is back from his Carmen Sandiego trek all over the globe. You went to Hawaii, then you went to Australia, then you went back to Hawaii, then you went to Minneapolis, then you went to a bar probably.
Correct. That would have been my itinerary.
Probably not that exact order. I'm sure there was a bar in there before I said it at the end.
A few bars in there.
But welcome back. You
able to watch Vikings games in bars regularly the whole trip. Was mostly a blessing.
Until the last two.
That's right.
27-9 last night. They lose to the Rams. The Rams go on to take on the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia, where the wives of the Rams players will be called the C-bomb every 6 seconds. And that's just by the staff walking into the stadium.
Welcome. You're a C-bomb.
Yep.
Yeah. I just, I got to know more about that guy, like his address. You know? I mean, I don't even know that lady, but I want to beat that guy up.
Yep.
Or at least take a few swings and then let him whip me.
Yep.
You know? Well, let's go.
Yeah, you aren't scared of getting beat up.
I've been beat up a lot. It's fun.
That is the guy that is the argument for cancel culture.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That guy should get canceled.
Yeah.
From the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's not be filming everything and telling on everybody and tattling. No, that's the kind of guy. I don't know.
It was pretty universal on this guy.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. He is the definition of let's rat him out, find him, and get rid of him.
And, that's like somebody's dad.
Yep.
Probably, you know what I mean? Yeah. Somebody's dad. Right.
Youth group leader.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Bingo caller.
Yeah.
Probably
That's the guy
right.
from my bingo parlor.
Hey, Jim.
Well, that's the great thing about Philly, man. They all the scum down there come in all shapes and sizes.
Scum. SCUM.
He's right.
Sorry, bonus, but
Yeah. I will say this. I follow a fair amount of Philly accounts on Twitter. They were pretty universal in their condemnation of that as well, which was nice to see.
I did like, and I saw Gerdsey do this. I did like the people going, "This guy doesn't represent Phillies and Philadelphia sports fans," and everybody else on the internet was like, "Nope, that pretty much does. That is exactly who you all are.
Yeah.
That's why we hate you."
It's your mascot.
Take the team colors out of it. If you don't know where that game was filmed, just saw the video, you'd know it was a Philly fan.
1,000,000%.
Yeah, very little doubt. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
All right, front page sports.
Okay, front page sports. Hold on.
Time now for Front Page Sports, presented by Holiday Station Stores.
Holiday Station Stores, buy any 3 20-ounce Pepsi brand sodas for just $5.50. You can mix and match your favorite Pepsi brand 20-ounce beverages and save at Holiday for a limited time. 3 for $5.50. Go get some Pepsi at Holiday this morning. Why not? Right, Johnny Bones?
Absolutely.
All right, so...
What'd you have there, Zacho?
You're a Latin guy, right? Or a Spanish guy?
Are you looking at me?
Yeah, you're smart.
I think he's right.
I
think he's
JJ
brilliant.
So you think he
McCarthy.
speaks a dead language?
Well, JJ McCarthy tweeted, "Amor fatty."
Yep.
Fati. What does that mean?
That means
he's a
I love
chubby
that
chaser.
fat guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
heyo.
Yeah. I saw that last night, too. I did not Google it. Anybody know what it
Yeah,
translates
I just Googled
to?
it.
It's like love of fate or something
Yeah.
like that. Love one's fate.
Yeah.
Love your fate.
Love
Yeah.
of fate or love of...
Fate. I see that too. Still don't get it.
So he loves that they lost 27-9.
No. He.
Everything has a purpose.
Yeah, there you go. He.
Which was to get Sam Darnold to get out of his way.
And he loves feet.
Yeah, he's standing there going, good.
Sam Darnold, 25 of 40. Yuck. 245, a touchdown and a pick, a 77.6 passer rating. He was sacked 9 times. 9. Paul, your hands up.
According to Kevin Seifert, 8 of those 9 were on a 4-man rush.
I want more clarification on that. Because just because there were 4 men rushing doesn't mean it wasn't a blitz. Because you could have had one of the defensive tackles or 2 defensive tackles dropping into coverage and cornerbacks replacing them blitzing, if you know what I mean. So I need clarification on that because I don't buy that I saw a lot of blitzes.
And they seem to be working. I'm with you.
Yeah.
It seemed like when they brought the house, there were about 15 guys on the field, and they all got to Darnold. Now, Darnold also was reading a book like A.J. Brown did on the sidelines, and basically in the pocket going, I got plenty of time. And you're like, buddy, there are 5 Rams about to sack you.
Let it rip.
How about look up and throw it?
Yeah.
He was infuriating last night. I didn't understand it, and I think... Who did I hear say this? It doesn't matter. I'm losing my mind at this point.
Lombardozzi.
Yeah, Steve Lombardozzi.
The director of The Substance with Demi Moore.
Oh, that one.
Yep.
Wow, that person has hot sports takes.
When the Vikings went for it on 4th down on the Rams side of the field,
Yeah.
and the TV broadcast was saying, I get this. This is desperation. Like it feels like this drive should. You better get some points or it's over. And then they call the play, and then it just goes the wrong way. I think that was the sack. I don't remember who got that one. And you're just going, wow. I don't know if KOC in the moment is just losing all faith in Darnold, or at that point was overconfident that Darnold was going to settle down. Because he looked so shell-shocked. I'm like, man, that's a weird call.
Yep.
It's a slow developing plays. You got to get this first down. This is 4th down. This has got to be something quick. And he's sitting back there for that long, and he won't pull the trigger? Like, oh, man. Yeah. So there were some times I didn't understand the play call just because he seemed to panic when he had more than 2 seconds. I thought they were going to draw up something quick.
I mean, a lot of those times, as many times as not, when watching Darnold get sacked, they would show a view from Darnold's back so you can see what he can see. And you're like, why are there no receivers anywhere within the first 10 yards? Why is there nobody in the middle of the field? Why does it have to be an out route immediately, or it's not a complete pass? Or, I mean, for instance, the Darnold fumble. Hawkinson is running away from Darnold. You are watching Darnold want to throw to Hawkinson, and Hawkinson is running away and will not turn around.
Yeah.
As he whiffs on the two guys that went right past him to go get Darnold. You're like, it didn't seem like KOC was adjusting. It didn't seem like the receivers were adjusting. It didn't seem like there were any adjustments being made by anybody. And Darnold was the one left hanging out to dry.
That's why some football experts were calling it a total system failure.
That's what I understood.
Other people were saying that?
I think it was just you, but it
stuck. It was you and the Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh, well.
Oh, yeah, you and Ghostface Killer had a lot to say about totem system failure.
Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Can't fuck.
Whoa, whoa, you went superstar on it. Hey,
Which one of us was up all night?
You just went superstar on it.
I tried to catch myself, and I actually said the C.
Oh.
Yeah, that was fun. What were we talking about again? The Wu-Tang Clan?
We're talking about your new jobs.
Thankfully.
A total system failure in that chair.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That was good.
Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
Anyway.
That was good.
That's good.
Say hi to Darnold on Indeed.com.
How many dump buttons? How many times does the dump button get pushed today by somebody in the?
I'm only here till 7.
Is Hog's dad showing up?
I just kept my finger hovering over it all fan line last night, like Dr. Evil.
Anybody say anything?
Was it essential? Did you guys go 2 hours or less than 2 hours?
It was till like about 12:30, 12:40.
Was it 2 hours of let's get rid of Darnold? Was it all anti-Darnold, or what was
I had to turn away so many different people because everyone just wanted to crap on Darnold, and yeah, it was
Relax, Dwight.
That was Dwight called in on the hotline. But yeah, it was pretty much just 2 hours of that. And surprisingly, the tide turned on KOC very fast. Though a lot of the Vikings fan base is also wanting to say fire KOC, which I think is a little. I think that's ridiculous.
Putting blame on him and wanting him fired are two different things. If you're like, wow, KOC did not have his best game.
See, that drives me crazy. You know what? Say the F word again, Corey, please.
You can blame it on the rain. You don't want to set fire to it.
Right. Well
Great
said.
song.
Let's see what we did there. If we could play
heard
both
that
of
on the
those
way
songs, that would
here.
be good.
Yeah.
How weird. Hey, Derek, I just sent you the Harrison Smith interview. Will you load it in for me? It got real emotional last night.
Wait a minute. You heard Milli Vanilli on the way in or Adele?
Adele.
Oh, dang it. I thought you were listening to Milli Vanilli on the drive from Egan.
No, I can't do that. It makes me too emotional.
Yeah.
I can't drive and jerk it at the same time.
Oh, my gosh. Tommy Olsen's here.
Yeah. At least Hawk's been up since like 7 a.m. yesterday.
At least Hawk made some adjustments yesterday.
And Tommy can too. Listen,
Tommy's never said he couldn't.
He's never said I can't jerk and to drive at the same time.
What is going on?
You didn't sleep on the plane at all?
No, I tried.
Man.
I could not. I just couldn't. I don't know. 2 hours and 18 minutes. And
not bad.
No, not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Harrison, very, very emotional in the locker room. I'm not saying that he's done, but it sure looked like he was. And I'll have one of those moments for me that I don't have many of these. I know, like Cory, Saucy, you have a bunch of these with Johnny Randall and stuff like that. But when Harrison Smith goes in the Hall of Fame,
Yeah.
I'll look to whoever's sitting beside me and go, "Hey, stranger, at this bus stop," because I figure I'll be alone in a bus stop. Hey, stranger in a bus stop. Harrison Smith walked up to me, gave me a hug, and told me it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
He was real emotional last night.
Yeah.
Damn.
That was a
Even
real
Ben
moment.
got emotional.
He's A plus
too. Yeah, it
He's
was
A plus.
You couldn't help it. You really couldn't.
That was a great interview.
Yeah.
Well, so speaking of Harrison Smith, 7 hours ago, Schefter, this isn't you, Schefter tweeted, Vikings key free agents this offseason. Sam Darnold.
That's a lot.
Harrison Smith, Gilmore, Murphy, Jones, Bynum, Robinson, that's Cam Robinson, Tillery, Griffin, Bullard, Reisner, Munt, careful.
Whoa.
How many times am I going to swear this segment?
Yeah.
Powell, Mullins, Jones, Daniel Jones, Akers, Ward, Patrick Jones, Sherfield, Grugier Hill, and Fabian Moreau.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe Sauce was right about not having a 2025 season.
Well, listen,
a lot of those guys are replaceable, though. I know that's ice cold, but a lot of those guys you're going to have to let go. There's like 4 that we have to fight to get back,
completely.
right?
Listen, I think, I believe it was Ben that said this to me last night. I can't remember who it was. I hope it was. Whoever, they made a great point. I hadn't thought about it this way. I'm stating the obvious. This was a bonus year. Okay. This roster was set up for next year. It just was. We didn't expect us to have what we had. We had a fun, great season, ended terribly, but let's not forget, this team is going to have so much cap room next year and a young quarterback and so many roster spots to fill. It is set up perfectly to bring in some really expensive, good, young free agents. I think it could be good.
Corners
really
and offensive linemen.
Offensive linemen for sure.
Paul, your hands up.
This is super nerdy and in the weeds. Trey Smith, the right guard from Kansas City, should be the Vikings' number one offseason priority. Number one.
Who the hell is Trey
He's
Smith?
the right guard for the Chiefs. He, I think, was a late round pick.
Who is Trey Smith?
Yeah, who is Trey
She's
Smith?
an actress.
Oh. Wait, Boner, do you know that bit?
I got to catch up on 4 weeks worth of bits. Sorry, yes. People have been tweeting me that bit. I don't know the bit.
We'll tell you during the break. But yeah, so that's somebody you should watch.
What's her name?
Trey Smith.
She's an actress.
It's a man.
She's a man, so.
Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, again, Darnold probably gone. Harrison Smith possibly retiring. Gilmore not sure. Byron Murphy, man, he had a good year.
He did.
Sure
really
did.
good year.
Damn good year.
You got to pay him some money.
Aaron Jones, I don't know what they do with Aaron Jones. He's awesome. He had a good year. Cam Bynum, I think we all want Cam Bynum back. Cam Robinson, all the Pro Football Focuses of the world said he had a really rough year. Don't know if he'll be back.
Who's that again? I'm sorry.
Cam Robinson.
Yeah, he came in obviously halfway through the season.
Yep.
No, he won't.
We have somebody to replace him. Hopefully, he gets healthy to come. But what a
sure.
good. If he likes to stick around, that'd be a hell of a backup. I mean, that'd be better than having Quisenberry come in off the bench.
Yeah.
Yep. And I mean, you have Darnold, Mullins, and Daniel Jones technically all free agents. So you got J.J. McCarthy on roster. I don't know who your backup quarterbacks are going to be. They might not be on roster. Maybe they do, have the Daniel Jones bridge factor. I have no idea there. I've never understood the Daniel Jones thing from day one. Right when the rumors were starting, I'm like, why would we bring in Daniel Jones? I don't get it. It's more for him than for us. And now we're here on January 14th, and the offseason is upon us already because we're out. And I'm going, I still don't understand what we're doing with Daniel Jones.
It didn't hurt us at all.
Yeah. It didn't hurt us at all. Like I said, I think it's more for him than it is for us. I think it makes way more sense for him to get out of that toxic environment, get with KOC, get out of the spotlight for a second, do a reset on your own career. But next year, what are we doing with him?
Probably take him out to dinner.
Oh, fantastic.
What is him and Hawk are going to go to Philly and fight people.
Yeah.
God, I would like to see Daniel Jones beat the hell out of that guy.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That guy probably doesn't like Daniel Jones.
No.
As a Giants fan.
Probably not. Probably thinks he's a
Giants and
C-word.
Eagles. Yeah. All right. What really matters when we come back? Scores and stats around the world of sports. The one that matters the most went the wrong way, 27-9.
Just like that, the season's over. It's unreal, man. It just, that's it. It's over.
Feels so wrong.
It's just over, man. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, well.
But they are going to play football in 2025, so.
They are. Thank you for reporting that.
Yeah, we'll move on. Power Trip Morning Show back after this on The Fan.
This is the Holy North and Love's Bitter Blow. Local music on the Power Trip Morning Show on The Fan.
Don't say you love me. Don't tell me no lies. Your touch is
The Fan.
When we started writing our thoughts down on paper, it opened up endless possibilities. Ideas could grow beyond the borders of the mind, and it changed the world. Somewhere along the way, we lost touch with paper, distracted by devices made for every purpose except for thinking and focus. On edge, waiting for the next notification. But what if new technology didn't pull us away from paper, but brought us closer to it? Listen. That's not paper. It's the sound of the new Remarkable Paper Pro, rewriting the future. A paper tablet with a true color ink display, gentle reading light, and unheard of tactility. With digital features for taking notes, thinking, and organizing, without any distractions. Paper is about to change the world again. Get your paper tablet at remarkable.com today.
The Fan.
Lot Lizard Love by One Bad Llama. Hey, welcome back. Power Trip Morning Show. Here we are. You know, it's like this, ladies and gentlemen. The Vikings lost. KFC had this to say in the locker room after the game.
This team truly did a lot of special things this year, but you know, we didn't play one off to win the football game. And first and always, I know I've got to be better for our team. I've got 100% confidence in our players, our coaches. We've got the right kind of things going on in this organization, but we've got to find a way to play better as a team, complement each other, and do the things we need to do to win games against the class of the NFL. And that's what we're going to go back to work and do.
It will be one of those things we look back and go, wow, did they overachieve? But man, it does hurt this morning. And it was embarrassing last night.
Yep, first 14-win team to ever lose in the wild card round.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yikes.
And you know me, how I like to point out quirks in this show and how different this radio station is across the country.
Go on.
We just came back with audio from the NFL game of the team we cover with Lot Lizard Love.
Yeah. That's right.
I love this place, man.
Yeah.
I really do.
Well, ain't nothing like it.
No.
I'll tell you that. Yesterday, I turned around and Joe Buck was standing beside me. I was like, I tell fart jokes for a living. That's a real broadcaster. I was in the lunch line with the guy who went, he has no regard for human life. That guy. What's that
Kevin
guy?
Harlan?
Yeah.
He's the best.
He is the best.
And he loves PA,
He
right?
does. Everybody loves PA.
Yeah.
How can you not love PA? He's the best.
Yeah, but that's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love my crew, man. What a good time we have. What a from the moment we got on the plane to go to Cleveland till last night. What a great season we had.
Doesn't it feel like that first preseason game was about 3 weeks ago? I mean, this season flew.
It feels like it was 3 weeks ago, and it feels like it was 3 years ago at the same time. But that's kind of how life is.
That is life, yep.
You know what it means, Hawk, now that the season is over?
She's an actress. Okay.
29 days till pitchers and catchers report.
7 months to preseason football, Hogs.
What about the draft, brother? Isn't it in Green Bay this year?
Yeah, it is.
You going?
Nah. I'd rather watch it on Sauce's TV
Yeah. My
from outside looking through.
Yeah, he's got a good.
my wife's uncle invited me,
Oh, great story.
but I would rather watch it at home.
You should go.
Wait a minute. What is his name?
Steve Christo.
Great story.
Steve Crisco?
Christo. No, that guy got fired. Yep.
And he wants you to go where?
He wants to go to the NFL draft at Green Bay with me.
Is he going to buy you a ticket?
I don't know. I think I could get a press pass.
Does he know you eat a lot?
Yeah, he knows I eat a lot. Yeah.
What's his name?
Steve Christo.
She's an actress. Okay.
Great stuff. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
Any relation to Kelly Christo?
Oh, good, good question.
Yep, that's her uncle.
Any relation to the Count of Monte Cristo?
I think so, yeah.
Is that the guy who goes, 1, 2?
No, that's William Hung.
Oh, yes.
How do you know? What was that? Oh, yes. Okay, that was weird. What really matters is scores and stats around the world of sports and in between. Chris Hockey will change your life with something else that's more interesting. All right, let's skip the Vikes for now. Let's talk about what everybody wants to talk about today, specifically Paul Meat Sauce Lambert. The Cowboys and Mike McCarthy mutually agreed to part ways. His contract actually expired last week, but they had that negotiating window where they denied the Bears' request to talk to him. Well, now he's going to have the opportunity to do so if he would like to. Just one playoff win for McCarthy in 5 years as head coach, went 49-35.
It seems to me like they said you can't do that. And then he called Dion. He's like, hey, Dion, you come on down here and coach the Cowboy.
Tim Peeler owns the Cowboys.
And Dion's like, sure, I might do
Was he
that.
suffering a stroke?
Yeah. Why, have you seen him? He's dead already. You don't know yet.
Mike McCarthy will be the Bears head coach because all the hot rumors is that Ben Johnson wants to go to the Raiders, which makes no sense.
It makes a ton of sense.
Well, they don't have a quarterback.
Ben Johnson, the Gophers head
Las
coach?
Vegas, Nevada.
How is that going to translate to
Hey,
football?
Ben Johnson,
It has
when you're done with them Gophers.
It has nothing to do with football. That dude just likes to roll dice.
Yeah. Well, who doesn't?
He loves it.
But,
Good for Ben Johnson if that's true.
Dice roll would be nice.
And
Hickory dickory dock.
no state income tax. Right? Man, sometimes they say things
Vegas?
that are like elite, and you just go,
That was a great point, Sauce.
Exactly.
Income tax is a big deal nowadays.
Yeah.
It can make the difference of millions of dollars.
Yeah. See?
That's why I remember watching a documentary on Shaq leaving Orlando for L.A., and that was a big factor that they thought they were going to keep him. They were cocky because they're like, we're going to keep him there.
Whoa.
Because he's going to save all that money on the tax, and he still went to L.A.
And on car
He did pretty
insurance.
well.
He sure did, man.
Yeah, he did pretty well.
Whatever
Yeah.
happened to that guy?
Who's that?
Shaq.
Shaq? He works with some guy
Good for him.
doing installs.
Paul, your hands up.
He can reach places the other guy can't.
A female
Ceiling fan
You
installs.
need a ladder? No, I'm good.
a female version of Shaq Woodhawk.
No, he looks nothing like Damian Woody.
I'm going to tell you right now, the answer is yes, because I could stand,
Oh.
because it hurts my back sometimes to lay down, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You should sit at the table.
Yeah.
I should sit at the table.
Why is he sitting at the table? Have you had sex before?
Are you Chris Hansen?
I'm just saying.
Genius. Yeah, what's happening?
Why don't you take a seat?
Just say, have some manners.
Is Thanksgiving dinner being served?
Yeah, do you know how sex works?
Did Hawk bring Shaquisha O'Neal to Thanksgiving dinner?
Brilliant. That's going to be texted to you later.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Yeah, why is he sitting down? Is this a formal interview before they have sex?
I'm just saying. It's just the idea of standing while doing that. It's abhorrent.
What?
What? It's blasphemous.
Okay.
It is.
Zach, I'm a little
You're
nervous.
gonna get. I'm worried about you getting hurt.
Zach,
All
this is my first time sleeping with the female version of Shaq. I'm pretty anxious about it. Any advice?
Have a seat.
You should sit at the table.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. What really matters is this.
I'm sorry, am I allowed to answer now?
I don't know. Ask Zach Hansen.
Don't do that.
Bop.
Brilliant.
I don't care about any of this. Too tired. Pluto's no longer a planet because not because of its size, but because it, quote, has not cleared its neighboring region of other objects.
Been there.
Yeah, right. You got to clear your region.
That's why I got a bidet.
Amen, brother. Man, I can't wait to sit on my heated toilet seat when I get home.
Yeah.
You miss it when you leave home, don't you?
I'm going to curl
I know
up
you
on
get-
that sumbitch
yeah.
like a cat. What?
Oh, man.
Are you about to have sex with female Shaq? Have a seat on the toilet.
Oh, that's the perfect place to sit. Because it's going to take him a long time. I'm not good at it.
Jesus. My God. Female Shaq is still a woman.
And it went back to being a him?
Yeah, female Shaq is a female.
What are you eating?
Female Shaq turned into male Shaq.
It was all a ruse.
He's much bigger than me. I'll eat whatever he asks me to.
What's happening? Let's flip on over to KFAN and see what the Vikings radio network is talking about. Yeah, I'd bang female Shaq.
That's a good point.
On the heated toilet seat.
But he turned back into a male. Yeah, I don't care. He can feed me whatever he wants.
This is the day I get the call from my dad at 9:01. I turned your show on to see what your take on Darnold was, and Hawk said he'd perform cunnilingus on female Shaquille O'Neal on his heated toilet.
This might be our highest rated show of the year.
So you don't think they're bringing back Darnold? No. I'm not sure, but I know exactly what Chris would do to female Shaq if you want me to break that down. Wolves star Anthony Edwards was fined another $50,000 for obscene gestures towards an official. That is his fifth fine this season for a total of $285,000. I don't think he cares. He scored 41 points last night against a terrible Wizards squad. The Wolves won 120-106. The Wizards fall to 6-32. And if I saw this stat right, SportsCenter just had a stat go across the bottom of the screen. I haven't fact-checked this, but I think this is right. The Wizards have lost 32 games, 29 of the 32 by double digits.
Wow. My God.
I know we talked about how their point differential was like minus 13.5 or minus 14 or whatever it was yesterday. So they're losing by 14 a game, so that makes sense. But you would think you're just getting once in a while blown out by 30 or 40, but 29 of the 32 by double digits. Not even competitive.
Yeah.
So Wolves up to 21-18. The Wizards fall to 6-32, the worst record in the NBA. But what really matters is this.
When you think of video game designers, you think of dudes in their basements with their computers and the Jergens.
Wow.
But let me tell you about Carol Shaw, one of the first female video game designers. She created the incredibly popular Atari 2600 game River Raid.
Never heard of it.
It was incredibly popular.
Never heard of it.
I haven't either.
Did it turn into Jungle Hunt or something, or what's the deal there?
Okay, she trimmed that out, brother.
Wow. Yeah, listen to the Hawkster.
What the hell's River Raid?
It's a good game back when I was a young man. You probably remember it, right, Johnny Bones?
I do not remember
All
this
right,
movie.
whatever,
I had
man.
an Atari.
River Raid.
Anyway, made her enough money. She was able to retire at the age of 35.
Damn.
I am looking at this game now. I have never seen this in my entire life.
It's I remember it very well. Big part of my youth.
Wow, 1982.
Yeah, big part of my youth. Man, video games.
It looks exactly from the one screenshot I've seen. It looks like Spy Hunter with a plane on a river instead of a car on a road. Looks like the same idea. I don't know which one was first. Maybe this was first.
Even looking at the sticker that came on the cartridge takes me back.
Yeah.
Man. She also made Super Breakout, which was a... yeah, remember that?
That's one of those with the bouncing ball.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Oh, that's
stuff.
Breakout
my name in high school.
Was it really? That was what I had on my face.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, right. She made Video Checkers, which was an Atari game.
Yeah, this is sweet.
Tic-tac-toe.
She started mailing it in at the end.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
Here's checkers. Lady checkers already exist.
Yeah.
It's like her chopping broccoli. What other ideas you got there, Carol Shaw?
To be fair, that was pretty much the entire Atari system by that point.
Yeah. How about rock, paper, scissors, y'all?
We've got 60 games. 3 of them you want to play.
Yeah. Well, we better go break.
All right, we can do wild news after this. We can do more of what really matters. We can be more depressed about the Vikings when we come back as well. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
The band is called Case Control, and this is Lights Out, Barbara. Power Trip Morning Show. Be right back. Local music on the Fan.
Duh.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back. 644 Power Trip Morning Show. Live and local and in studio. Here we are.
If there's any good news about yesterday, we definitely don't have any conflicts now coming up in a few weeks at TI.
That's true. Well, there you go. I mean,
If there's any good news.
thanks, Vikings. I guess. I mean, appreciate you.
It's great news that we don't have to be in New Orleans for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, thank goodness gracious.
I can book my ticket to spring training now. I was a little worried about that with interfering with the
Yeah, you should leave. You got to get out of here for
You're
a
right.
little bit. You got to travel more, man.
I mean, whole hour and a
Get
half.
that travel bug going. Let's do wild news quickly, and then we'll get back to some Vikings discussion. But wild news presented by Catalyst Supply and CatalystSupplyCo.com. You can boost your build if you're a Twin Cities contractor with Catalyst. Zachary, the Wild are 27-13-4. They host Edmonton tomorrow night at 7:30. 7:30. Assuming then it's a nationally televised game? Is that why it's 7:30?
TNT, yeah.
The Wild are coming off a 4-1 loss to Vegas in Vegas a couple of days ago.
A nice little tribute to Fleury from all the fans on there. They love him very much so.
The McDonald's treat?
Despite the loss, Gustafson, we didn't mention it yesterday, was the catalyst of the game because he played very, very well. Big matchup tomorrow. Hopefully they can heal up and get some guys back, but it's touch and go right now with all the injuries.
Oh.
Well said. What really matters, though, is this.
At some point, and maybe it's the right time to do it now. Maybe we can do it in a bit. I don't know. I know Marnie will be here in a little bit. She's not going to want to deal with it. But I'd like to play the Harrison Smith interview for you guys. Can we do it now?
I would love to hear it.
Let me tell you why Ben's good at his job. I don't even know if he knows this or not. I don't know if he knew he was doing this on purpose. But when you're talking to somebody who's emotional, you give them a break every now and again by asking them a question that takes away the emotion. And when we walked over to Harrison, he's spent the entire time in the locker room going to every player and every coach and every member of the staff and thanking them. So by the time we get to him, he's got tears in his eyes and he's been very emotional. And again, we're not saying that he's going to retire, but at that moment, it certainly felt like we'd seen him for his last time in a purple uniform. So Ben walks over to him and he starts the interview. And then about 2 minutes in, he asks a question completely away from the emotion of the moment, just about the game and about Brian Flores, which is a great move on his part because it gave Harrison a moment to catch his breath. But at the end of this 4-minute interview, you're going to hear Ben Lieber do something I've never heard him do before. And he gets emotional himself. Last night in the locker room, here is Ben Lieber playing guitar with a heavy metal band.
Wow, Ben, not appropriate.
No, it was actually a really sweet way to distract from Harrison's emotions. Is just riff some ministry.
He does love ministry.
Ben just came in the locker room like, y'all want to hear some shredding?
Yep.
Here's Ben Lieber with Harrison Smith.
All right, everybody. This is going to be potentially a tough one. I'm standing right next to Harrison Smith. And, it's hard not to notice walking in this pretty emotional locker room, you specifically making sure that you talk to everybody, every single player, offense, defense, training staff, coaches, spending time letting everybody know how much you appreciate them. Why is it important for you to do that on this particular game?
There's a lot that goes into this. It's not strictly players. And I just want to give my thanks to everybody that makes it go. Obviously, wish we could have had a better result here today, but it's a tough pill to swallow right now, but it's been one of the most fun teams I've ever played on at any level. And there's a lot to be said about this group. And I really just wish I had a couple more weeks with them, to be honest.
When did you know that this defensive unit was special?
I thought we had a chance pretty early. You never know till the lights come on. But it was pretty early. And I wish we could have done a little more today. But guys this group enjoyed playing with each other and playing for each other. And that's what defense is about. It's also about winning. So, last game of the year, it's tough. It's tough to wrap your mind around it all, but the competitive spirit of this group is very high. And obviously wish we could have had a better result today.
When you think about Brian Flores and what he's done schematically and to get the best out of you, what are some of the things that you appreciate about his leadership?
I would say there's a lot. His consistency, his clarity, his creativity, his willingness to try things that I have not experienced in the game of football. To do that at this level is it's harder than just saying that. It's you gotta let them hang a little bit, and I appreciate that approach. And we had a lot of success with it. Probably could have done more, but I would say as you get older and you're playing, like it's tough to enjoy every day because things might not always feel as good as they used to, but just the amount of joy and fun I had this year working with our staff and with our players, the all-time high.
What do you think the future holds for you?
I don't know. Probably chill out for a little bit. We'll figure that out down the road.
Do you have any sort of timeline on when you want to make any decision on anything?
Not really. I haven't wanted to think about it. Kind of selfishly, just live in the moment. And I'm kind of still in that moment. So it'll come when it comes.
Well, whether it comes this offseason or it comes a few years from now, I just want to say thank you from myself and all the Vikings fans out there. You're one of one, and we all love you and appreciate you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate Vikings Nation, everything they've always meant to me, so thank you.
All right, man.
Ben Lieber with Harrison Smith in the locker room after last night's game. That's good stuff.
He's good.
That was excellent.
Yeah, Harrison's a class act.
Yeah, both of them are.
Ben, not so much. Harrison, absolutely.
What did Ben do?
I don't know. We got to take him down a notch. He's too good at everything. Right? Twin Cities Live, he crushes. The Vikings Radio Network, he crushes.
He's a terrible lover, I would guess.
God, you're bad at guessing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think all of the rest of us would guess the opposite. If Harrison Smith is done, the Hall of Fame debate will rage on. I think locally here, I think we all assume that he is worthy, but again, I still don't know if nationally if he's as beloved as we think he is. I mean, look at how hard it is for Jared Allen to get in the freaking Hall of Fame, right? Jared's having a hard time. And Jared had a national vibe.
Right.
Harrison's resume is good enough. I just don't know how long it's going to take him to get in.
Yeah. And even locally, there is that one holdout.
True, Lavelle will not vote for him, no matter what.
True? He's been campaigning against it.
Lavelle was on with Barrero like 2 or 3 days ago saying that when he is eligible, he will refuse to vote for him.
He said that on the air.
Said it on the air.
He wouldn't even say his name because he didn't want Harrison Smith and Hall of Fame in the same sentence.
I believe that is accurate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gee.
That doesn't seem right.
So SportsCenter just showed a stat that should shake us to our core. I actually paused the TV so I could write down the stat.
Actually backs his tweet up from earlier.
Yeah. Which is what?
About the Vikings always being entire life.
Don't read it.
So last night they had 9 sacks, right? The Rams did. But 6 of them came in the first half. That was the most sacks in the first half of a playoff game since 1960. Tied with 2 other games. Last night, then the 1987 wild card game where the Vikings gave up 6 sacks. And then the 1987 title game in the NFC where Washington had 6 sacks against the Minnesota Vikings. So according to the old SportsCenter stat, it's happened 3 times, and all 3 times it was Vikings teams that gave up the 6 sacks.
It's over.
It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
We're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there. Hart's right.
And we're figuring this out.
Always look on the bright side of life, right?
That's right. There, Monty.
This
Python.
brilliant. Here, let's do what I always do and just turn this positive.
You sure do.
Yeah, I try to.
All those tests.
I like
you
to
turn them positive.
I like to spin it towards optimism.
That's you.
Sunglasses on to distract myself from that ray of sunshine.
They
That's
went
coming right out of your.
They went 14-3 in the regular season, missing Christian Darrisaw for about half the year.
That's right. We miss him.
Obviously, he's a huge deal.
One of us.
When he comes back, let's hope J.J. McCarthy doesn't get sacked 9 times in a game next year.
Let's
with
thank
Christian
everybody.
Darrisaw there.
Yes, please.
Yeah, all the first responders. You're all superstars. Who else are we forgetting?
My oscillating fan.
All right, so your oscillating fan is coming back next year.
I love it. Mm-hmm. Keeps my nether region cool.
How warm are your balls?
Oh, you'd be shocked.
It's got to oscillate, though.
Are your balls warm?
I keep asking the doctor that.
Wait, Stephen Mead?
Yeah, Dr. Stephen Mead.
He knows you have warm balls.
How can he not tell?
Why do you have warm balls?
I just said we don't know.
Well, it's because it's oscillating. You just need to have the
Are they
fan
warm
to stop
now?
oscillating and go straight at your balls.
It looks like it's been raining, but it's really hot pavement.
Again. Let's check in with the local radio station about the Vikings loss. I have hot balls.
Well, no need to brag.
Yeah, it sounds like you're selling something over here.
Sorry, we ruined Cory's positivity.
The one time.
We walked right over it.
You'll never do it again.
Sorry. Hawk has hot balls.
Sounds like Haley's comments.
Yeah.
No.
Comment?
It's going to take 70
my
years before
God.
I say something nice again like that, so you missed it.
What a great name for Haley to have an advice column.
You're right.
Haley's
comment.
Haley's comment.
That's right.
She passed away, though.
Oh, God bless her.
We need to have a successful Haley here for a change.
Oh. What's wrong with Haley?
Name one successful Haley.
What's wrong
Haley
with
Mills.
Haley?
Other than Haley.
Well, she
Alex
passed.
Haley.
You said name one successful Haley
said
other
one.
than Haley.
Yeah, let's go back to
I'm confused.
Haley Steinfeld.
Let's talk more about Hawk's hot
she's
balls.
Boy, you love them.
I love that they're warm.
I think we all
Haley
need to go
Joel
to bed.
Osment.
Oh.
Wait, who the hell's Haley Joe Osment?
She's an actress.
Oh, man. This derailed. I want to be positive for a second. I've got hot nuts.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to make a little money on the side.
From who?
People who want to buy hot nuts.
When was the last time?
I mean, most of us just go to holiday, but
When was the last time you showered?
God, I don't remember.
Sunday night?
What is today?
Tuesday. God, I know the Viking
That's
season
it.
ended. Yeah, I know the Viking season ended terribly, but here's some positive things. I have hot balls.
all right, Cory, you were saying?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, that was it.
And then we dragged Dr. Stephen Mead. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Who is Dr. Stephen Mead?
He's my family practitioner.
He's the one who touches Hawk's hot nuts.
You say
She's an actress.
He's one of the guys.
proper practice.
My dad's touched him, but he has no medical degree. What happened? Sorry. Go ahead. Positive, Cory.
Dr.
Hi,
J.
Marnes.
There's Barney.
Tell Barnes what you just told us.
Hey, Marnie.
Yeah, hi.
How are you, darling? You're pretty.
My God. How are you? Relax, Deliverance. Hawk, stay until 9 o'clock. Please. Please stay until 9 o'clock. And let's just have a bunch of sales ladies come down here and have Hawk talk to her. Hey, darling.
Turned into Arthur Morgan.
Put some saloon doors on the studio door.
He was Irish like an hour ago. He was banging Shaquisha O'Neal. He's got hot nuts. And now he's in the Wild
Now
West.
he's a Southern
My
gentleman.
God, are you writing my LinkedIn page?
My lady.
Can we keep him awake until tomorrow's
Yes,
show?
please. Will you stay till 9? Stay one more segment. Please do the news under your current condition.
Marnie's in the building. John Bonus is back from his global trek. Been all over the place. We haven't had a chance to talk to you about it. Maybe next week. It says Viking centric. We get it, but we had a lot of questions about your trip before you go to spring training for 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Jeez. More of the power trip after this on the Fan.
Derek Allen and plans change. Amen, brother.